Hello everyone, my name is Chris and I'm working in my workplace with my coworkers and my boss. And today I'm going to talk about a topic that it might be difficult to persuade someone. Today's topic is aliens. I found that the percentage of people who believe in the existence of aliens is much less than what I thought. So instead of discussing the influence that may have had in the first human beings, I will talk about the possibility of the existence of alien species. It might be hard to process if I speak of the influence that aliens might have about our ancestors. So I will take a step back, look more broadly, and cover some logical ideas that support the existence of alien species. Let me begin by saying that human beings occupy a very small portion of the universe. Not only that, but there were creatures that were able to perform, flourish, and to be extinguished before the human species came to Earth, just like the dinosaurs. The world has 4.3 billion years, and both humans and dinosaur species occupy the last 0.5 billion years. It is known that our galaxy has over 13.2 billion years, and I believe that one can deduce that there is a strong possibility that a star similar to our sun in a different galaxy can sustain another planet with new creatures that might be older than our own planet. To think that we're the most advanced species in the galaxy will be ignorant, considering the age of the universe and how little we really know about our own planet. Like, for example, we don't even understand the gravity of manifestation completely. The government has spent a lot of time denying the existence of extraterrestrial life. However, they put millions of dollars in programs that were treated only looking for life beyond Earth. The search of extraterrestrial intelligence is a government-funded operation that existed since the time when the theories of aliens were an unacceptable idea by the government and religions from all over the world. Their mission as a group is to explore, understand, and explain the origin, nature, and prevalence of life in the universe. Since the governments and religions have said they believe in the possibility that other intelligent species exist. In our lives, we have heard stories of people being abducted by aliens. I know there's something significant even though these stories are credible or not. All abduction tales are related. All stories describe events in a similar way. They have said that the form of communication used by the aliens was telepathic, which is a form of communication through their thoughts instead of talking. So some even report a feeling of calmness that the person remitted the messages from aliens. In the case of the abductee, there is a common understanding that something different had happened in the amount of time that has been wasted with no memory of where the time had gone. People disappear for hours and return to where they began to pray before confusion, and no memory of what happened. It's hard to think, to believe, but with so many people giving exact or nearly exact stories, it's more difficult to dismiss. Religions and governments around the world have recognized that it's a good possibility that aliens might be somewhere. However, they do not want to disclose any information that foreign species exist for reasons nobody knows. The covers of the government have no sense, but the report and the invent different excuses constantly. One in the original case in 1942 in Roswell, New Mexico, when an alien spacecraft crashed and immediately reports emerged saying they had found and obtained a UFO and the bodies inside as well. The next day, the government said that it was just a weather balloon and so far has stayed with that story. The Battle of Los Angeles on February 25, 1942, when people saw a ship that was attacked by the armed forces, but then disappeared without a trace, and it was an attempt by the government wanting to cover up the truth. The witnesses have great confidence of what they know and what they saw flying over California, but the government continues to claim that it was just a weather balloon. The closest place to where it was possible to come a weather balloon was more than 100 miles away, which means it had to float for hours without being noticed. This issue is one that can be dismissed as crazy, but there are too many cases that have been indicated that the existence of aliens. This speech is simply an attempt to point out that what seems logical to me, in answer to those who do not support the possibility of external influence on humans. The same human beings that don't fit with the rest of the world, and now they are destroying it. There is something funny with the presence of humans on Earth. An explanation may be stranger than we ever imagined. The media has given a bad perception of foreign species throughout the world through stories, movies, and anything that talk about the subject. Perhaps this can be why many people are afraid of the idea of the existence of aliens and close their minds to the possibility and the idea that we have contact with them. Since ancient times, the stories of aliens have been counted using the unknown to a sense of fear. The concept of aliens, whether true or false, has a space for creative flexibility and allows people as storytellers and filmmakers to play with the perception of the character. It is possible that this flexibility has allowed various forms of media to be able to create a mindset of fear of foreign civilizations. In most movies, aliens are supposed to be more powerful and ready to kill and conquer all mankind. It is easy to notice how these movies make our perspective to aliens change. The film industry embraces the ability to scare people with the unknown and do not know why more people like to pay for the fright and confusion. I think these same movies have given people distorted perception of the truth to the point that it is actually as they believe, because it is the only knowledge they have gained on this subject. This has reached to a point where people who believe and is strong in their religion become irrational and defensive with the subject and forget about the reason or evidence. For example, I met a gentleman who was a writer on his personal religious beliefs and their thoughts on these subjects, who once told me there are billions of galaxies in the cosmos with possible 100 billions of stars each, and many stars probably have planets in orbit around them. It teaches the children that aliens are somewhere by the number of planets on which intelligent life could evolve. This logic is wrong. Life elsewhere in the cosmos has never been found and never will be. He also said that those who believe in the direction of evolution, UFOs, aliens, and crop circles can only live in a fantasy world. They can actually deceive or register. That depends on them. This really surprised me, even after naming several arguments to prove the existence of aliens. This man still refuses to believe in the possibility that we as humans are not the most advanced species and that God means everything. The unknown and how we perceive it has been manipulated by the media that is frequently used to scare people to the point where reason is thrown out the window and simply deny this and call it stupid. We have allowed random industries to load our perception of aliens, and this is the new perception of the people believe. That is why, for some people, it seems absurd and we are not alone. But simple rationality and personal research could enable everyone to come to their own beliefs. Well, I think everyone enjoyed my presentation, and I hope everyone liked it. Thank you very much, and please, thank you.